He chained all these convicts together with collars. The searing pain left them gasping for air, unable to breathe. They looked up, only to see a giant keyboard descending slowly from the sky. Each key socket lined up perfectly with one convict, their heads meant to be the keys of this monstrous keyboard. Just then, a colossal judge stepped forward, and smashed their skulls one by one, as if he were typing on a keyboard. This was the so-called hell, the very gateway to the underworld. But when the screener scanned the man's forehead, the system showed that he was destined for heaven. The screener pointed him in a direction, where a grand gate stood, leading straight to heaven. In this hell filled with wicked souls, he stood out like a sore thumb. At the news that someone was bound for heaven, all the other souls turned to stare at the man. He walked up to the star-shimmering gate, and after a moment of hesitation, the heavy-set man pulled it open. The light from within instantly lit up the entire underworld, and he stepped inside without a single moment of hesitation. When the wicked souls saw that the gate truly led to heaven, they began stampeding toward it in a mad rush. Little did they know, the underworld never wrongs a good soul, nor does it ever let a wicked one go unpunished. But when they tore the gate open, all that waited for them inside was a raging sea of fire. Those who couldn't stop in time plummeted straight down into the flames. The remaining wicked souls, witnessing this horror, dared not take another step forward. They could only line up obediently, waiting for the staff to review their fates. This place holds 18 levels of hell, each designed to punish sinners for different crimes. When a screener scanned an elderly man's forehead, the screen labeled him a murderer, and he was sentenced to the tongue-ripping hell. The old man insisted he had never killed anyone, but the judge maintained that he had taken dozens of lives. With that, he pressed the button, and the old man was sent to the tongue-ripping hell. It turned out the old man was a fraudster. Over his lifetime, he had scammed nearly 500 billion Korean won, with the number of victims reaching 70,000. His crimes had left countless families broken and destitute, with some even losing their lives. The staff told him, "For every life you destroyed, 4 centimeters of your tongue will be cut off. You caused the deaths of 48 people, so 48 centimeters of your tongue will be removed." When he refused to open his mouth, the staff used tools to force it open, before finally using scissors to cut off the 48 centimeters of his tongue. Besides these fraudsters, another special group of people end up in the tongue-ripping hell: defense lawyers. A man in a crisp suit demanded, "Is it a crime to represent clients in court?" Hell never wrongs the innocent, and his full record was right there on the tablet. It showed that when he worked as a prosecutor, he had fabricated evidence. When he became a lawyer, he engaged in bribery. His actions had sent innocent people to prison, while the guilty walked free. Just then, an elderly couple stepped forward, sentenced to the fire pit hell, a punishment reserved for murderers. The sinners here are hung in the air above a giant iron cauldron. When the temperature reaches a set threshold, the ropes will snap, sending them plummeting into the cauldron below. The couple approached the judge, insisting they had never killed anyone. The judge calmly pulled out a tablet and asked them if they had adopted a young daughter when they were younger. The little girl had clearly died from prolonged abuse, and the culprits were none other than this seemingly loving elderly couple. The judge told them, "You will endure every single bit of abuse that little girl suffered. After that, you will be thrown into the fire pit hell, to atone for your sinful lives for all eternity." Right at that moment, a man covered in blood walked in. The second the screener scanned his forehead, the system blared a deafening alarm. Every staff member's head snapped toward him instantly. He was a serial killer. For someone as unforgivable